Well, hello there. I didn't see you come in along one full side of my office wall. In case we haven't met before, my name is TJ Denzer, Senior News Editor for Shacknews.com, and as always, once a week, your host, supplier, and purveyor of fine indie games on a little live stream series we like to call Indie-licious. In March of 2020, as Shacknews was looking to expand its live stream content, I had a vision, and after coming down from that perfectly legal high from which nothing of value was gained, I came up with Indie-licious. I have always believed that indie gaming is a beautiful thing in the gaming industry. Where many have complained about the biggest games out there often doing the same thing over and over, with new iterations, safe bets if you will, I've always felt that indie gaming is where good and creative ideas and original visions can continue to strive. But there are so many out there. Indie-licious was spawned out of my desire to curate and direct gamers towards the tastiest of the tasty. A veritable gaming feast, if you will. More than 3 years later, nearly every week without fail, I have continued to share new and interesting indie games from developers all over the place, with the help of the Shacknews Twitch channel. I can't thank them enough for allowing me to grow this passion and this project into what it is today. And with that introduction, it is my pleasure to share the latest culmination of our efforts, the Shacknews E7 Indie-licious showcase. We have gathered together over 20 indie games from developers around the world for your viewing pleasure. You may have seen some of these games elsewhere. You might be seeing many of them for the very first time. Whatever your knowledge, we hope that you'll enjoy this hand-picked and curated showcase of awesome indies, and maybe even follow and wishlist a few after the fact. We couldn't do Indie-licious without the help of these and other amazing developers out there, and viewers like you supporting the show. Thank you. And without further ado, please, have some.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Ben. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to review all the Airborne Empire announced stuff.
Yeah, what do we need for that?
Well, the first thing is the trailer. I saw the latest cut of that. It looked really good. I think we're good there.
Yeah, that's awesome. The Steam page is also up and ready, so we're totally ready for wishlist whenever anybody wants to jump on there.
Okay, cool. Because that's the main thing, I think, when we announce the game. We're just trying to get people to come look at the Steam page.
Wishlist. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool.
So what else do we need to do? Yeah.
Yeah. The last thing is going to be we need to record like an intro video for the Shacknews Indie Showcase.
Okay. What needs to be in that?
I think it's just kind of setting up like what the game is. So we just want to say, hey, this is Airborne Empire. It's a flying city builder.
Yeah. I mean, we need to mention that it's a flying city builder for sure. We also want to mention like just the world that we're putting together, right? I mean, this thing is enormous. It's right. So big and there's so much stuff in it,
Yeah, we probably want to say like vast open world. You're going to meet all these characters. You're going to discover all these new locations. Yeah. You're finding all these like hidden treasures. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff to find. There's all these wonders out there. It's really big. And honestly, it's dangerous too, to be perfectly honest with you.
Right. We need to talk about combat because we haven't really like mentioned that.
I mean, that's what excites me a lot about this game, right? It's these tactical combat puzzles that players are going to run into and need to solve and need to defend their own city and need to defeat pirate outposts. Like, I mean, that's huge.
Yeah. I think right now I just want to say like sky pirates and not get into like, the different types of enemies or anything. Keep it kind of open-ended, but we'll just kind of mention sky pirates and that's probably enough along with the trailer.
Right. Okay. I mean, I think that makes sense. I don't know. How long is this intro video? Would people get bored if it's longer than this?
No, I mean, I think it's just a minute. Obviously, I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not the guy to stare at the camera and just, hey, everybody, welcome to our trailer. I think that probably should be you.
Buddy, I love Shacknews, but have you seen me look at a camera and try to read a script? You don't want me doing that either, my friend.
You think Fred would do it?
Our engineer who never shows his face on any media ever, I kind of doubt that he wants this job either. What if we just asked them to play the trailer?
Like we just say, hey, like, can you just play the trailer now?
Yeah, like right now, like play the trailer right now.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Stories tell of a time when the skies were lost when we could no longer build among the clouds. We had forgotten how to gather distant resources, and we could no longer explore our vast horizons. But we never lost that way. No, our problem is survival. We must defend ourselves. We must seek out and defeat our enemies. We must restore the airborne empire.
My name is Gustav Stenmark. I'm the producer of Demeo Battles.
Let the battle commence!
Demeo Battles is a turn-based strategic combat game where two teams face off against each other on a arena of sorts. The setup stage of a battle is actually you buying your cards and your creatures. This part of the game is supposed to be quite fast-paced. You make your strategic decisions, you field your creatures, and you prepare for the fight. This game offers a lot of strategic depth for players interested in exploring that aspect of gameplay. A typical Demeo Battles round is around 15 to 20 minutes, so it's a very fast-paced gameplay, and it's really fun and engaging, especially playing together with a friend. You have two sides essentially playing against each other. There's always two heroes to a team, but the team can be controlled by one or two players. So in Demeo Battles, the length of a game is limited by a few factors, and one is something we call the burn, that will start from the edges of the table or the arena and then sweep across the arena as the game goes on. So the playing area shrinks and the combat becomes more intense as the play progresses. One surprising thing with Demeo Battles to me was the importance of the level design of the arenas. We started off with very open spaces, and those games tended to be very much the same. But then first time we played it on a more thought-through designed level or arena, that was a huge boost in how much fun it was. Each game starts with you picking your hero, and after that you go into the purchase stage where you buy cards that you can use during the round, and also the creatures that's going to make up your team. After that you place your units and your hero inside your setup area, and then the fight begins. To me, one thing that really stands out with this game is when you play it with a friend. So you're actually cooperating against another team of one or two players. That's where this game really shines, when you can still strategize over your moves and really come up with the best strategic action together with your teammate.
Feel the burn!
Hi everyone, we're the developers of Death Trick Double Blind. I'm Mari, I'm the producer, writer, I do some of the programming.
I'm Jenny. I do art and I'm in charge of animation, UI, everything visual.
District Double Blind is a non-linear detective game set in a 1950s traveling circus. In this game, players will have to solve the mysterious murder of the star magician before the circus has to leave town by the end of the day.
All the evidence and witness will be gone. As we say in the game, it's like a Cinderella story, but instead of chasing a princess, we are chasing a murderer.
The idea of setting the story in a vintage circus came to us because we felt like it gave us a unique aesthetic. It will help us design memorable characters because they each have their own role related to how they perform in the circus.
And also, our characters have their own color scheme to go with their personalities and also their own background stories.
In this game, you will play as two different characters, a detective that has been hired to investigate the murder, and a new magician who has come to replace the amazing Hattie. The player will have to switch between these two perspectives to eventually piece things together and come to a conclusion.
In this game, we have a system what we call collection system. So with every information or item you collected, you can use them either to inquire or to contradict.
What I love about this mechanic is the non-linearity of it. The story doesn't soft lock you until you find the right problem, so you are free to spot your own contradictions. And you can pick what you want to ask, to whom and when, and you will pretty much always get a unique response. So each journey will be very different. The story moves forward based on what we call action points. So for example, investigating, inquiring, or contradicting might all cost action points. So once your AP runs out, this turn will end and you will switch characters and the game will move forward to the next round. So you might want to think strategically about which questions you want to ask and whether the contradiction you found is the right one. We hope detective game lovers will enjoy the mystery and enjoy solving the case in your own ways. We also hope you might like meeting these characters that we've come to care for so much.
If that sounds like something you will enjoy, so please wishlist District Double Blind on Steam and go play the demo.
What's up, everyone? I'm Keiichi, director of Liquid City, and proud to present our debut game, Overbeast, for Android and iOS. Overbeast is a true AR game that takes advantage of all of the features and power of modern smartphones to give you, hopefully, a completely unique and new experience. We imagined the experience as a kind of lens into this different dimension. And in Overbeast, you work with other neighbors to raise this enormous creature that lives in your state. The Overbeasts draw their energy from pollen, and there's lots floating all around here coming from these trees, so let's go and collect some. There, you can see this one is tall. This one has been nourished a few times already. It's producing much more pollen. I can also plant trees or nourish them to make them taller and produce more pollen. These trees are visible for anybody else in the area, so we can collaborate on planting trees and collecting pollen. It's this fully shared and persistent layer of reality that covers the whole world. There are battles twice daily where your beasts from your state can fight rivals from other states. Your objective is to get your Overbeast to the top spot to become the ultimate Overbeast. But to do that, you're going to have to grow a big forest. You're going to have to collect all the pollen, and you're going to have to beat all of the other states to climb to the top of the beast. The first season recently finished, with Minnesota finishing in first place, and the second season is on right now, so download Overbeast, meet your local Overbeast, and represent your state in the Ultimate Overbeast League. Hope you enjoy it.
Tonight, interdimensional organisms colonizing our streets.
With footage coming in from every corner of the nation.
Revealed by the cell phone in your pocket.
Do not investigate. Do not plant the seeds. Do not encourage them to grow.
Creature keeps returning to the massive colony planted by one Brooklyn neighborhood.
It's a battle for beast supremacy.
We can actually win this. I want to see everybody. I want to see everyone in chat who's here right now.
Sure, you want to talk about defense? Then Frangatron. He's got it all.
Joe, you gotta see the whole picture here.
Excitement runs high across the nation as rumors circulate online of huge battles to come. Which of these creatures will channel the spirit of their city
to become the ultimate Overbeast?
Hi there, I'm Emily Sivanvej, the art director for Let's Revolution, which is a roguelite puzzle mashup coming to Steam on July 19th. Let's Revolution was my first game, and it was also the first game developed at Buck, even though we've been doing animation for over 20 years now. Towards the end of the project, we got the opportunity to create an intro cinematic to the game, teaming up with some of the world's best animators and designers that are in-house at Buck right now. Yeah, so we were super excited to be able to take the world and the characters that we developed for the game and realize them in greater detail. And yeah, I'm just excited to debut the cinematic for you today, along with some core mechanics of the game, so you can check it out. I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it. Thanks.
Let's Revolution is a roguelite puzzle mashup that blends the rules of Minesweeper with procedurally generated mazes. Embark on a perilous journey of hide and seek as you uncover the path to your goals. Chase down the cowardly king through the fantastical realms of B-Bomb, while facing off against his army of deadly minions. Gear up with powerful loot and gain amazing abilities as you prepare for the final showdown in B-Bomb City. Choose your hero from 6 unique classes, each with their own playstyle and abilities. Are you a powerhouse like the Charger, who unleashes devastating attacks but must skillfully manage their energy while rushing into battle? Or do you prefer the acrobatic stylings of the Shadow, who uses cunning items like smoke bombs to outwit and outmaneuver? If you believe knowledge is power, you'll love the Oracle, who uses magic to reveal extra information about the world so you could navigate with superior logic. Take a trip through the beautifully illustrated world of Bee-Bomb, from the harsh deserts of Phlox, through the lush and mysterious jungles of Cymbidium, to the serene floating islands of Saffron. Along the way, you'll encounter a diverse cast of memorable characters, from the king and his boot-licking lackeys to the colorful shopkeepers that help you along the way. Each character is brought to life through expressive hand-drawn animation and cheeky dialogue. Whether you're a seasoned gamer craving a challenge or a casual player looking to overthrow the monarchy with ease, this revolution has something for everyone. The board game-inspired mechanics keep the focus on the fun of learning new skills rather than crunching stats. And with over 100 abilities and items to try out, there's always something new to discover. This summer, fight for what's right and give the king the royal boot in Let's Revolution. Wishlist now on Steam, and check out letsrevolution.com for all the deets.
Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. It's a fine line between good times and memories, just one breath away from eternity. Like a night with friends you thought could never end. Oh no, it's barely remembered. I hope that you still remember me, like a melody that is still stuck in your head. Stuck in your head. You're still stuck in my head. You're still stuck in my head. Barely remembered. I hope that you still remember me, like a melody that is still stuck in your head. Still stuck in my head. You're still stuck in my head.
Hey, I'm Robin, the label manager at Head Up Games, and I'm thrilled to share a new prototype of ours with all of you. We're no longer just about releasing games, we want to discover the next big thing together with all of you out there. What does that mean? It means we're developing all those crazy ideas swirling around in our heads, either with our in-house studio or with external collaborators. And you get to try out these ideas for free and give us feedback. In the end, we'll decide based on your feedback out there whether to continue developing the prototype or move on to the next idea. That's exactly what Torn Apart is, our latest prototype. We really wanted to dip our toes into the social deduction genre and see how this gameplay concept could work in a first-person setting. The result is a game where up to 8 players team up to protect a camp from a zombie attack. Your ultimate goal is to make it to the rescue helicopter, which will whisk you away to safety. But of course, there's a twist. One of you is trying to sabotage the mission, taking out others one by one to escape alone in the end. Our team had a total blast during testing. I don't think our meetings have ever been so lively before. We hope you have just as much fun and enjoy some epic rounds together. You can download Torn Apart for free as a demo on Steam and give it a try. We're eagerly awaiting your feedback. Just reach out to us on Discord or over our social media channels. We're excited to chat with you about Torn Apart and hear what you think. All right, enough talking from me. Here's a sneak peek at Torn Apart.
Rated T for Teen.
Hey friends, my name is Zach. I'm the lead developer of Skatefish. Skatefish is a skateboarding and fishing mobile game coming to Android and iOS later this year. I'm excited to share it with you. Skatefish features multi-touch controls. Simply put 2 fingers on the bottom of the board to control your character. To do something like an ollie, pick up 1 finger at a time. And to do more advanced maneuvers, slide your finger before releasing it to add some rotation to the board. As for the fishing, first step, locate something to catch, cast a line, and wait for it to bite. Then you're off. In this world, the only way to catch fish is by impressing them. So do your best, see if you can win it over, and if you do, it'll jump out right into your open hands. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw of Skatefish today. You should follow us on social media, and we'll be releasing gameplay clips and feature reveals as we get closer to launch. Until then, have a good one.
From the creators of Race the Sun comes a new roguelite shooter, Whisker Squadron Survivor. This corridor shooter blends survival and action and thrusts you into a front row seat to a world that has been taken over by the Swarm. These rapidly multiplying robotic bugs are hell-bent on destroying everything you love. You are part of an elite feline pilot squad tasked with defending your planet. Destroy Swarm robots, collect the scrap that they drop, and level up your ship and weapons with randomized upgrades. In addition to your initial primary weapon and missiles, you'll be presented with a selection of passive items in your run. Fans of other survival roguelike games will feel right at home here. Some of the coolest upgrades we have are Drone Buddies, Pulse Wave, and Chain Death Lightning. Build your ultimate loadout with your choice of feline pilots, ships, and weapons, and take off on a run that gets more intense with each wave. Dodge trains while clearing the Swarm from the city's main transportation corridor, or test your reaction skills by avoiding the many obstacles in a glowing vaporwave world. Either way, your mission remains the same: wreak vengeance on the Swarm and try to survive. If you can find the secret path through a portal during a run, you'll be transported to a mysterious environment that will force you to rethink your gameplay and change your fate for the run. Fans of our game Race the Sun will find a lot to love here. Another exciting feature is our mod system. Customize your experience by choosing from a list of modifications to make the game more difficult, or just change up gameplay. Whisker Squadron Survivor is dropping soon, but you can wishlist on Steam now and play our demo for free today. Thanks for watching. Hope you can survive.
Who am I? Insane
Pixel Riff franchise, it all started 10 years ago. Oh my god. And I had this dream, it was really vivid. I had this TV in front of me, I was playing this game. The whole living room was pixelating. Until in the end, everything was like realistic. And I woke up with that idea, oh my god, the evolution of video games.
We knew from the start that we wanted to keep it true to the spirit of the previous games, but also sort of reinvent the formula. Something that we noticed people engaging very strongly with in the previous Pixel Riff games were these moments where you're looking through the eyes of the character Dot. But in 1989 and 1995, you couldn't actually move around and explore that 3D world. We said we have to do it in this game.
Acho que a exploração no Pixel Riff 78 é a coisa que a gente introduziu, que a gente não podia fazer antes. A gente sempre tinha a coisa de você jogar, né, na tela, jogar um pouco no mundo real, mas você realmente não podia trabalhar muito a exploração desse mundo dos videogames.
You are playing the 2D game. Okay, I'm gonna go enter the game. And you enter that game. You change stuff. You shoot a dragon, it drops a bridge. And you go back to the real world. When you look to the 2D game, the dragon dropped the bridge, you can cross the 2D game. We call the interdimensional puzzles.
E a gente mistura um pouco, né, tanto o mundo do próprio jogo, o que eram os jogos na visão que a gente tinha quando criança, né? Porque a gente sempre adicionava camadas por trás daquilo ali. A gente nunca enxergava só aqueles quadradinhos ali. A gente completava aqueles quadradinhos e formavam aqueles mundos nas nossas cabeças.
I actually entered Alvoy to work at Pixel Riff 1978. So when I first entered, I gathered this knowledge with my colleagues, but also very much like a fan learning the game by watching other people play and by playing myself.
This time we're giving the players the freedom to go inside the game world in first person, be Dot.
The biggest challenge was controlling the space and time aspects. And that happens in every Pixel Riff game, but in 1978 it's especially complicated because we're not only messing with time traveling, we're also messing with traveling through space.
Foi grande desafio, né? A gente tem a mania de sempre escolher o lado mais difícil das coisas, né?
This being the first time that we're actually able to use real references to real consoles and games. I was personally at the DICE Awards in 2022 and I sat down for lunch.
Sadly, these 5 people with Atari shirts sitting at the table is like, they must be from Atari.
I said, you have to see this game we're making. So I showed him Pixel Riff. My interest was to license the IP, right? Be able to use the IP in the game. And he was like, that's easy. We want to publish the game. And here we are, launching the game.
Good morning. Live streaming.
Video tells us what Atari is. Video games. They seem to have captured America's imagination.
My name is Barbara, but you can call me Bug. I just started a new job at this place called Atari. They've been working on this cool new thing called video games. Feels like it's really gonna catch on.
Electronic games being this year's bestseller.
No other video game company stacks up to Atari.
I'm building a brand new game. Oh, and this is Dot. I created her. Isn't she rad? It's a little rough around the edges. Glitches, broken code, stuff like that. It's not all fun and games being a programmer. So I invented this nifty device that allows me to go into the game. You know, patch things up from the inside. Good thing I've got Dot, because sometimes the bugs can be a real problem. Looks like I've got my work cut out for me. Good thing it's 1978 and this technology is on the cutting edge.
The apocalypse wasn't the end of the world, just the one we knew. New dangers have emerged and lurk around every corner. Only the extraordinary have survived this wasteland. We will do anything to find sanctuary.
Lay down your honor, lay down your spirit, lay down your pride, the line against the truth. Nowhere to run and hide, no, you can't hide.
Hi there, my name's Joseph Humphrey, co-founder of Inkle. A Highland Song is the story of Moira McKinnon, a teenager who's running away from home over the rugged Scottish Highlands. As with our previous games, it has a strong narrative, but the core of the game this time is a mixture of light platforming and orienteering through a gorgeous hand-painted world. Enjoy!
Come to the lighthouse, Moira. Come as fast as you can.
These hills are a prison, and I'm breaking out.
Hi, I'm Julina Tatlock, and I'm a creator and director for Asset 15, a mobile AR thriller. And this is Harlow. And I'm really not even sure how one goes about doing an introduction with their dogs around, or at least not this dog. That dog, I can imagine. This one. Asset 15 is an AR thriller that combines gameplay and puzzles with narrative. I think I'm gonna drop the dog.
Thank you for signing up for the waitlist for Helios's most groundbreaking product yet, the Asset 15 AR glasses. You ready?
You have a pathological need to tear things apart.
Asset 15, it's vulnerable. We've got a whistleblower at Helios.
She's sick. How sick is she?
You don't know how big this whole thing is.
The only thing that is dangerous is you.
Harlow, do you want to play Asset 15? No.
130 years. This ship is our cradle, our home, and our grave. Nobody alive today will see the end of our mission. You can imagine how that makes some people feel. We all still try to do our part. My job is to keep the peace. But a lot can go wrong in 130 years.
Hi, I'm Marcela Huerta. I'm the Community Director at Co-op.
On behalf of the whole team, I'm very excited to present Goodbye Volcano High, a cinematic narrative adventure game about dinosaurs dealing with not only senior year trials and tribulations, but the potential end of the world as well. Which one's worse? Who's to say? Our team has really dedicated a lot of time and energy and love to this project with bespoke animations, beautiful hand-painted backgrounds, and a fully voice-acted cast. Pretty special. We really hope that you enjoy. The game comes out August 29th, and it will be available on PS5, PS4, and Steam. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.
I've been making games for about 19 years now. I've worked on stuff like Fallout 3, Skyrim, Fallout 4. I was the lead artist on Fallout 76 and worked on Starfield, Metroid Prime 3, a bunch of other stuff. But now I'm a solo indie dev and I'm making a heavy metal horror game called The Axis Unseen. And it's a game where you hunt monsters from folklore in an open world. And so lately I've been playtesting the game a bunch every night, and then the next day I fix all the bugs, polish it, balance it. And so this is some footage from those playtests. And if you think this looks cool, you can wishlist The Axis Unseen on Steam. It comes out next year. Check it out.
Amazing, right? I like to think I can pick them, but I would also like to thank every indie developer that submitted a game for today's showcase. We could not have done this without you. And to those who watched, if you saw something you liked today, be sure to follow that game, maybe even wishlist it. It helps those developers out so very much. For now, stay tuned every Monday for the Shacknews Indie-licious livestream, where we show off new and interesting indie games that have just come out. Until then, this has been TJ Denzer, Senior News Editor for Shacknews.com, your host, supplier, and purveyor of fine indies on Indie-licious. Have fun, be cool, play more indies, y'all. Take care.